Good morning, esteemed members of the panel, professor, colleagues, and friends and guests. Today, I'm very honored to be here with you to present my final defense of doctor in educational management on the specific topic of the educational business management model of the Westline Education Group. And my name is Bolen. I think I will walk through a few key writings of my final thesis. So the reason, that I choose this, the educational business management model, because Westline Education Group is one of the key players in education systems in Cambodia that we help in the private sector, but we work very closely with the government of Cambodia to provide education services in Cambodia. So that's why we try to innovate our education system so that we can also help continue to enhance the education system in Cambodia. So that's why we have a objective here. We want to assess the effectiveness of Western education programs, a few list, student parent support service, infrastructure, talent management, and also especially how to ensure that our education system stay relevant and also meet the post-pandemic learning needs, and also promoting sustainable educational growth. Also, we want to analyze the marketing and financial strategy development, sustainability of WEG in the short of Western Education Group, because we are private sector. So together with the quality of the education that we want to contribute to the country, we also want to make sure that our school, our company can, run sustainably. So here that we want to focus on this is the objective of the study. And of course, we employ several methods of research methodology, including we engage with these different stakeholders. We also consulted our secondary data. We have some primary data research for a couple of months that I also conducted the research with parents, also with students. I also have focus group meetings with the management and the parents as well on a few areas that we want to explore, starting with curriculum design, also with the parents' need, what kind of programs most of the parents want, because as an education group, we manage different portfolios from international school to high-end national curriculum, low-end international curriculum, and that's why we want to explore which one is the best method, or how we manage different portfolios within Westline Education Group that can contribute to the development of education quality systems in Cambodia. So, Westline Education Group, we started since 2008. So now we, this coming May the 5th is our 17th anniversary. And our mission, we want to serve middle-class people, actually, for education system. That's why even though we have international school, but we continue to serve middle-class people. And we want we envision that all children and youth in Cambodia, we have access to education streamlined with best quality, but also with virtue, humanitarian attitude, politeness, and also leadership. So this is what we want to achieve in Cambodia. Here, our services. So we have K-12 education, that we have a few brands, Westline School, Northline School, and Community 21 schools. So far, we have 27 schools in Cambodia. We will go up to 29 schools this year. So we also have one international school following Cambridge International Curriculum. And also we have education training that plays a very important role as well. Educational Development Institute that we provide corporate training. We do overseas study consulting. We also administer the Pearson and TOEFL test in Cambodia. And also we have Language Academy. So this is our services. Here, Westline Education Group has very good board governance. we have the shareholders, and then we have the board of directors, management team here. For me as the chairman and CEO, and then we have a CFO. He's an econometrist from France, and also we had investor representative Yamada Taihe, non-executive director from Japan, because we also have investment from a private equity firm from Japan. We have another non-executive director here, who is the managing director of a leading media company in Cambodia. Actually, we have another colleague here. You can see he will be presenting today as well. Ông Pech is the shareholder and also non-executive director. He plays a very important role in helping, especially overseeing the business side of Westline Education Group, because he's also graduate, in MBA, executive MBA from Singapore. And also we have one prominent industry leader in Cambodia as well, ông Sok Pisat, and CEO of a Gear distributor of LG here in Cambodia, and also the president of Footprint International School. Also, he's the vice president of Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, the same with ông Pech. And then we have a few other executives, Dr. Kung Sum Nieng, Mr. Tai Lai, and also Chi Kanyurat. So all this team, Chi Kanyurat, he graduated from the USA, and also Dr. Kung Sum Nieng, he holds the degree in Doctor of Education. So here, first, before we move to educational model, I would like to walk through, in general term, what is business model. So usually when we talk about business model, we talk about the business model canvas that mostly people understand. It's about cost, product, revenue, competitiveness, customers, service, and also value propositions, cost structure, channels. So this is in general term about business model in every business that we follow. And coming to educational business model, we will focus more on curriculum quality, student support services, and learning outcome. And also at the same time, we definitely need to ensure financial sustainability as a private company. And education is operate as a service-based. So it's important also to take note, highlight on a service-based approach, because we are talking about customer experience, employee engagement, quality assurance. All these are critical to success factors of private education, private company offering education services. So strong communication, relationship building are also essential components in the model of education business. So here is the concept of educational model of our education business. So when we talk about value proposition, customer segments, so value proposition, of course, is our unique quality of education offer. What are the uniqueness of our curriculum, student support services, extra curricular activity, and outcomes such as job placement rates, or also how many of our students go to good university, for example. And then we also have customer segment who we serve, like just mentioned that we serve the middle income families in the community of Cambodia, and also the revenue streams that we will explore. Revenue usually come from tuition fee, and we have some government funding now, small actually, to support the school, like skill development fund, command enterprise. We also have some grants, from our investors. So all this, the service fees, and we explore cost structure, channels, how we serve, communicate to our parents, to our students, how we also cultivate, a relationship with student, parent, and alumni in the customer relationship, and also what are the key activities you be serve our students. And then we also will examine the key resources in educational model, like teaching materials, facility, technology infrastructure, administrative staff, and especially on the qualified teachers. And then we also discuss on the key partnership, because like every business, even in education, we need to identify the key partners. So starting, in order to have to achieve the new innovative education model, we need to look at the trend now that can shape education of the private sector, private education sector, in specific the WEG Westline Education Group. So here that we have studied the global trend in education. We need to look at that. We need to look at digital transformation and technology integration, and also personalized learning. So that all these are the trend now that students tend to learn more, on a personalized mode. And also we need to work on the competency-based education, starting from grade 7 in Cambodia now. We also follow adjusted our curriculum, that before we look at competency or at least aspiration on toward career from grade 10, but now we start to look at grade 7, like what Singapore does now. And also very important now, the trend in education, that every school need to need to observe the social emotional learning. Actually, before it was important, but now even it is more important, working with Gen Zs and also Alpha, Beta. That's why social emotional learning is very important that we need to have. And also the global competence and cultural awareness, global citizenship. It is one of the important agenda now of education. Lifelong learning, of course, and to make sure that students continue to upskill, reskill, and also continue to learn, more. And equity inclusion, that is very important in education. And now, the trend, another trend in education is sustainability and environmental education. So in my thesis, we also touch on ESG, environmental social governance, and also with the digital age, we cannot rely on traditional learning. So this hybrid learning model, flipped classroom, blended classrooms, and that all the area that all the private education need to work on. So here, the best practice in private education now, because in order to come up with the new model of Westline Education Group, I also did the study, on the best practice in private education around the world. So I have explored the academic excellence. So, usually they have very rigorous academic standards, especially now very commonly used is the IGCSE on international baccalaureate. And also private education now, they look at, they look more on the holistic development. So focus not only on the mental or cognitive education, but also they look at social, emotional, physical development, what we call holistic education, include character education and value-based learning. Especially in Cambodia, I believe in other countries as well, the government really focus on character education more than the personality, more than what we see outside, but also education is work more on the value from inside out. And in Cambodia in particular, we are the Buddhist country. Most country that uphold practice Buddhism, we use the Buddhism is also one of the key, one of the important part of curriculum as well. And community engagement, very important. We need to involve parents and also students and the community, in developing one child. And now another focus is on strong early childhood education, because educators, especially in countries like Finland and Sweden, they emphasize important of early education promoting long-term academic success. There is a research saying that, the early you invest in education of a child, and then the better investment you receive, when that child grows up. So that's why we really need to look at the early childhood education from 0 day, to, let's say, to the first 100 days. That's very important. The first 1,000 days, that is very important. to look at. And also private education now, they put emphasis on teacher professional development because, society, social emotional landscape changes very fast. That's why all schools need to put emphasis on teacher professional development. And also the curriculum relevance and flexibility. And this is very important. Also relate with teacher professional development because the social, emotional, economic landscape, technology, move very fast. So that's why educator, private schools, as well as government school, actually, that we need really to make sure that our education systems are relevant and also flexibility because now learners, they also learn different ways. We cannot teach the kids, let's say 30 or 20 of them in one class and we teach the same method. So that's why we really need to do personalized learning and also flexibility in their learning style as well. So here I would like to touch on a bit on the Cambodia educational landscape. Recently, the government has done a quite great impactful reform on the education systems, but they work more on government schools and curriculum development. They have a new model school as well. You may heard about new generation schools. You may heard about new model, what they call standard school. So they work very hard, and I really appreciate the effort of the government, and that is positive move from the government, and that really encourages us to find ways in order to grow or to enhance our private quality education as well. And in private education, there are a lot of private schools in Cambodia, approximately around more than 5,000. And then we are serving around 20% of all Cambodian students. But when you see the number, because we have big and small schools, we have language schools, we have training centers. That's why the number is quite, to a surprise, I would say, that this 17 million population country, we have more than 5,000 private schools. Despite the growth and challenge also exist, persist, including regulatory issues, because the government also come up with sometimes I would say a bit surprised to private sector. From year to year, sometimes there are new laws, new regulations, and also in Cambodia, we are not very rich country, and also considering after the pandemic, now we still experience some economic hardship. So affordability concerns, that also one of the challenges that private schools need to look at, and teacher qualification gaps. Especially, let's say, schools, government school or private schools that we have operated in different zones, different areas in the country, and then we can experience that the teachers have different qualifications. We have good teachers in the city, but sometimes it's very hard for us to find good teachers in the countryside, for example. And also, we can also see the technological disparities. Also, even though we can see that technology really, I would say, a big leap, a big jump in Cambodia, maybe perhaps in other countries as well, that people now know more technology. They talk about AI. Teachers now even use AI to teach. Students use AI as well in the classroom. We teach them, but still technological disparities. So here I would like to go to the overview and service operation of Westline Education Group. So I would start with program and curricular innovation. So I would say Westline Education Group, we adopt national curriculum plus, and also we have international school curriculum. But most of our portfolio of the school, mainly the Westline school, we follow the national curriculum, but we also integrate with some international license program. Let's say the 7 Habit, we are the master franchise in Cambodia. That's why we also embed the 7 Habit framework what we call leader and me process. Perhaps you also see in other countries. In our education system, we also integrate financial literacy and entrepreneurship in our school as well. That we purchased, this license from Singapore. We adopted Cambridge IGCSE, and also we have English and Chinese language programs. So this is the curriculum to make sure that we provide, more holistic education, and especially we want to emphasize and we want to improve and work more on the character education, because character education that very important part in our general education system. We even have here this one. This is our own competency framework. You can see. I don't want to go into details, but we working very carefully on the framework of our education system, that what we want to provide to the students. You can see with knowledge and attitude and skill, of course, that the core, and then what we, in order to achieve that, we have several subjects starting from literature, social science, to digital, global perspective, for example. We want our students to be global citizenship, and then what are the areas that we need to offer to the students in order to achieve those ends. So we have leadership, we have life skill, first aid, even first aid, survival skill, for example. That all the important part of the subjects we provide in our core subject, in our core subject, and extra programs. So these are the elements, a quite detailed competency framework that we adopted. We just finished this adoption recently. Here, a bit more in details, on the what we call the support activities, extra programs. Our students, when they finish high school, together with their high school diploma, they need to have, let's say, for example, one sport skill, very important, one music or art skill. That because that part of life, you need to be able to play one sport and also one musical or dance, skill, art skill. We have LMS, learning management system, for them. We do meditation, counseling. We also have counselor in our school. We have nurse, healthcare officer in our school. So this very detailed support services and extra program, club contest. Our students also participate in local and also regional competition as well. Here, another framework, what we call academic pathway. So our students, where they start, where they go, and what they achieve from one phase to another phase. And we adopted this as well by comparing our current program with the national curriculum, also with the international school curriculum, to make sure that even though our students, most of our students, they are learning in government, in our national curriculum plus, but also their competencies, their knowledge would be, somewhere the same with those who study overseas in more developed countries. So here, our education, technology, innovation, we have touch systems, like I just mentioned. We have school management system. We have all of our schools, including the community schools, they have their own app. We manage the school with school management systems, and we train our teams, including AI application, and we teach the student with digital skill. We use the curriculum from the UK, what we call e-skill. So we teach digital. We are not teaching just only Word in Excel, like before, but we teach the student, about digital literacy, coding, programming, AI. Now we also start to teach our students, and even app development, website development. We start to teach our students from grade 9 and grade 10. Strategic partnership, very important for us. That's why, I would say Westline Education Group senior management team hold many leadership positions in prestigious organizations, including Business Network International, Young Entrepreneurs Association, Junior Chamber International, and Federation of Education Service in Cambodia. I myself started the Federation of Education Service in Cambodia in 2020. Now we have 140 private schools in the Federation of Education Service in Cambodia, and we are working very closely with the Minister of Education, Youth and Sport, Labor and Vocational Training, including the government body, many other government body. This is one of the event that the Prime Minister presided over our event. And looking at the trend now, and I believe that the right trend of all organizations. So we take part in sustainability practices for long-term growth now. So we have environmental initiative. Actually, environmental work has been one of the key development area for students. You can see we have clean up, student that clean up, city clean up. We have tree planting campaigns, recycling programs. So we walk, different places in the city to educate about environment. We have health and welfare. You can see that is our room. That is the healthcare room, and also we have a counselor office as well to help with emotional well-being of the students. We also have very sustainable infrastructure now. We started to use solar energy in our schools, some of our buildings. And then social responsibility that we usually do charity events, community engagement. Here we have very innovative talent management approach. You can see that we have our own training center to produce our own teachers, to enhance their quality of teaching. And then for marketing business development, this is a few areas that we work on marketing business development. We perform, we monitor our business performance every 3 months. We have strategic meeting. Even though we have financial plan, and then we need to monitor our performance every month, every 3 months. We work on a customer focus, student satisfaction surveys we do regularly, and especially now we adopt, on digital platforms, content marketing, online engagement. This is I believe that maybe also the same with other organization, company, that we need to adopt digital strategy. Community engagement, that is very important that we play. We work with business community organization, alumni. We have thousands of our alumni that we continue to serve. We also have, let's say, community outstanding youth scholarship, for example, that we also work with the community directly. This is our corporate financial management portfolio. We also do analyze, I believe that people, us here, we know BCG, Boston Consulting Group matrix. We use this to analyze our portfolio because we have different schools, some, in the high market, some in the low market, growth, high market share. So all this, but that we also analyze among our brands, because we have different brands, to make sure which one that we need to take care, which one we need to phase out. So this is we do the analysis. Westline Education Group strongly upholds the compliance and risk management because we have different shareholders, we have investors from overseas. Before, we used to have investment from the IFC World Bank as well, and also the government of Europe countries. And that's why compliance, risk management, quality assurance, very important. We do this every time, every month, every year. We've been audited usually by the Big Four audit firm since 2012. Here, looking at how we will develop and expand our school, our company, we are looking at IPO. Now we are preparing for IPO. Hopefully, we plan to go listed in around 2028, 2029. So this is our expansion plan. So here the model that we conclude on the our business model after we done the study. Of course, we continue to offer a holistic curriculum that we combine the national standard also with international program. We believe that is the right way. We continue to do so. Also, we benchmark from IGCSE or Cambridge curriculum. We continue to support quality learning through modern infrastructure, including digital classroom, ICT, science labs. We have Young Scientist Club. Also, we emphasize now more on play-based and collaborative spaces. So play-based learning very important for kids. And also technology, we continue to enhance our education technology. We also invested in one of the education technology startup actually to help our company. And we believe that strategic partnership for growth, that is important. That's why we continue to expand our companies, performance, our schools, expansion through partnership with different businesses, with different communities. And also we leverage, our connection relationship with other business organizations like Young Entrepreneurs Association or Business Network International as well. We continue to uphold, integrate the sustainability through environmental social governance. We have recently decided to set up the committee on ESG so that we can work with different stakeholders, investors, because we understand that there will be more impact investors who will need ESG compliance. And also we continue to have innovative, proactive talent management approach because we need teachers. We open school 2 or 3 schools every year. That's why now we have 1,500 teachers and staff. So we really need, a strong proactive talent management approach so that we can secure that we have good successors, from year to year and for our operation. And we have strategic integrated approach in marketing, business, financial performance. We use both, digital and also traditional sometimes marketing strategies. And we leverage digital marketing and alumni relation. We also need to have effective budgeting, reporting as well. That's why we monitor the performance every month, every 3 months. My financial team, they look at this and advise all related departments on financial direction from month to month. Here are the recommendation and suggestion for new education model for WEG to be specific. We will work more on strengthen brand position. In this area, we will work on marketing campaign, testimonial and success stories. We will enhance our education offerings. We will expand our extracurricular and enrichment program. Because now, in order to help with character education, to make sure that students, they are happy, they like the schools. So we need to expand our extracurricular enrichment program. We focus on emerging technologies because now digital skill and ICT training are very important for students. Make sure that students are equipped with the technology skills so that they are ready for the job market. And also we leverage data analytic and for performance management. So we have our own dashboard, we have our own school management system so that we have data analysts in that system. We continue to strengthen community industry partnership. So we will collaboration with local business and also engagement with education stakeholders. I believe that Westline Education Group may be different from other education players, providers here in Cambodia, because we work with not only government schools, but also with other private schools. We offer 7 habits to them. We also now looking to invest with all other private schools instead of competing with other private schools. We are looking into collaborating with other private schools, So this is one area that very strong engagement with all other education providers. We have no competitor, but we just have collaborators with other private schools. We focus on professional development for educators. That's why ongoing professional development we do have, and also leadership training program. We have executive leadership program. We have junior leader academy, and we will enhance our learning environment. So modernized facility and technology. We have flexible learning space. Now we also consider to offer our classes to remote areas without having a physical school. So students from other part of Cambodia can also join our classes offer from other part, let's say in the city, because sometimes there are only a few students and we want to serve, but we don't want to invest physical school. So this is another space of learning as well. We expand international collaborations recently. Actually, we are working with many schools in Thailand as well, including Siam Global Academy. We go to CPO Group Academy. We also work with Assumption University and also Konkan University in Thailand. And we also have other partners in Australia and New Zealand because we also send students overseas as well to US, to Canada. And now we are working with Australia and New Zealand. And of course, we need to increase focus on sustainability. This is the area that we want to work more on because we've been not so well, on this. It is quite new for us as well. So now we need to increase the focus on this sustainable practice and also community engagement in sustainability. This is the big area that we need to work more on. Here, the future plan. I would like to conclude my presentation by here. So our future plan, we plan to expand our educational presence across Cambodia, focusing on underserved provinces and enhance digital platform and with hybrid learning model. And also with the collaboration with other education providers that we are looking at. So we will invest in professional development for teachers and upgrade infrastructure to meet modern education needs. Community engagement with parents, with all other service providers, in education, business community. This is the groups that we will work with in order to ensure. Also, at the same time, we will ensure our financial sustainability through diverse revenue streams that we need to work on. Of course, because we are private company, so we cannot just focus on education quality. At the same time, we need to also balance, the sustainability of our operation. So finance also coming a very important part that we need to look at. We have 5 years plan, we have 10 years plan, especially when we're preparing for IPO. At least we have 10 years of financial outlook. So again, thank you so much. My sincere appreciation to our panel, esteemed panel, BOU management, faculty and classmates. Thank you so much. So if you have any other clarification and question, please make. Thank you.